Hey there fellas, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving right into the next phase of our project, continuing with the rest of the suspension parts. Now let me tell you, this suspension is no walk in the park. It's intricate, even if you're working with a simpler kit like the old Itinerary one. Remember, we're dealing with an 8-wheeled vehicle here, so that means each part has to be repeated 8 times. Patience is key, folks. This isn't one of those slap it together and start painting type builds. You've really got to focus, take your time, and get each piece just right. But that's part of the fun, right? If you're tackling this Miniart kit yourself, hopefully this video serves as a bit of a guide, especially when I mess up. I'm here to make the mistakes so you don't have to. So, sit tight, let's dive in. Welcome to part 8 of the Miniart Sdkfz.234/2 Puma build, 1/35 scale. Let's get to work. So, moving on, we got these springs to do. And I've got those already done somewhere. Where are those? So we got all these parts here. Next, now notice there's that arm at the top. Now the thing about these kits from Miniart is you can't organically out of the box make it a steerable thing. I'm going to build this one out of the box, and should I ever build another one, I'll have become familiar with everything. So the challenge will be to create a turned setup. Because I think all these things all have to be somehow lined up in a certain way. And I'm just not going to do that this time because I'm not familiar with the kit. Alright, so that goes like that. And that one goes in between. So I wonder how complex it is to do that. Like, I messed up. I forgot one thing. I forgot D19. So yeah, I think you could make this easily movable. Like for example here, you could cut that off. All right, there, fix that. Okay, so these go to the back, these ones go to the front. And so it's got to be the high one. There we go. Cool. Everything is in line here. I thought I needed to push it in because it's a little bit of an angle, but taking into account the suspension arms and their angle, everything is actually pretty good. Okay, so I'm not going to glue this part in yet. I'm just going to glue the arms to the top. And then once that's solidified, I'll come back later because I want to make sure everything fits properly. I just trim those ends off because I just don't want to have an issue because they're too long. I left enough on there though so that they would be inserted into the appropriate hole. All right, so that's one thing I would do different next time too, is I wouldn't put this in here yet because while I'm handling it, it's getting moved around and bumped and stuff. So I've yet to put the cover on this one. All right, so everything is in here now. These things are not glued on though. I'll come back to them later. The top also has some anchoring pieces, DA7, DA6. So those go on as well. But these ones don't have a positioning hole, so you kind of have to pay attention to the angle. Right. One thing I would leave off, at the beginning they tell you to put these hooks on, and I kind of thought to myself, they're going to break off, and this one here is almost ready to break off. This one is bent. So you don't need to put these on until everything else. Okay, that's weird. I guess these don't sit proud like I've got them. They actually have to go like, I guess that's why I was having some issues before. Yeah, okay. Kind of thought that at first. So the little pointy things go inside there. Like that. All right, and that goes like that, there. Oh man. Easy fix. There we go. All right. So If I were you too, I would build the suspension before I even start working on the interior. I had thought of doing that. All right. Kind of in panic mode now, like I knew I would be somewhere along the line. Oh well. Plus I can never find what I need when I need it. Right now I need tweezers that have a grip on it. These parts are just gonna fly. All right. So now we can put this one on. D7. Oh, what a pain. All right. So that one is on. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go and do all the rest of them, then I'll come back. All right, so, we got all this done. I kind of made a bit of a mess of it because I didn't understand how to do it with the top parts. I thought it was supposed to sit on top, like the D9s. I thought it was supposed to sit on top, and then I looked at this drawing and I could see that it was actually below the bottom plate. So yeah, that's why I've got a little bit of a gooiness here and there, but otherwise just take it slow, guys. And I don't know, how would I do it next time? I think what I would do is I would glue this part, this part, this part, and this part in place with this too. So that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. And I would let them dry for a good 6 hours or something, and then come back and put these in. Yeah. All right, so now we have these leaf springs, which I've already put together here. And let's see. I've got this part taped on just to protect the interior. Although the tape just refuses to stay stuck. Ugh. So there's an opening there. And that goes in there, I believe. Let's see. So yeah, there's some little pips here too that have to log in. I'm going to take this off after all. Now, all right, I'm going to use some glue. Maybe that'll help everything slip into place. Jesus.
Well, that sucks. Okay, I gotta move this one. Put this on last. You don't need to put it on when they ask you to put it on. So if you don't get it right without anything to line it up with, it will not line up, as you can see here. Wow, this is so bad. Whatever. Damn it. Frustrating. Oh, I'm such an idiot. It's got to go on the top here. All right. There you go. There you go. Yeah, these ones, they seem to work out. But I would think you don't need to put these in until after all this other stuff is in. And also thinking about if you want to make the wheels movable, these, this part, this part, this part, are the only parts that you require to move, I think. So it's not a big deal if you want to turn the wheel, then you make this tie rod go in the position that it needs to go, and then you move this to what position you want it to go. Yeah. All right, so there you have it. All the suspension parts are together. I mean, I've never liked working on Sdkfz.234 suspension. It's a pain in the ass, and it doesn't matter whether it's Miniart, Italeri, Puma or the one from Dragon. This is all like a bit of a mind, well, you know, it's not good. Anyways, I've lost a few things along the way here that I can just glue back in. Okay, so I've got all the wheels made up, and I would suggest you get them made up before you start on your suspension, because you're going to want to, while everything is still somewhat not set in stone, you're going to want to put the wheels on and see if everything lines up, like your wheels are not hovering above the ground. All right. Wow, where did that one go? So we can clean off the little attachment points with some sandpaper, just like you would with plastic. All right, and now you gotta bend this. This is supposed to go, there's a couple of pins there. All right, so gotta bend these up. I don't know by what degree, I'm just guessing. These have to get glued to a plastic part. So we'll have to see how they all line up. Alright, so these are the other flap parts that I have to clean up. So C13 now. So that goes like that. So I've got my looper. All right. So those are done. So now we start looking at these side things and the exhaust. Oh wait, we got to do this part too. CA19 and C31. All right, so I want to add some denting to this. So I'm going to try and find which one of these would work the best. This one? I think so. All right. This one's kind of looks good too, as well as these ones. And this one. So let's try it. I think I'm going to change that. I'm going to use this one. So you can see that that's pretty thin. Here's one that I've worked on, and then this is the other one. You can see there's no light showing through that one, but there is on this one. Now we can glue that on. This one I'm just going to leave as is. Oh, I've got to trim that off. Right here. Right.
So now that I've thinned down the wall of that one muffler, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my hair dryer and I'm going to make the plastic soft so then I can manipulate it. Now, I'm not exactly perfectly happy with how this turned out, but you know, I'm just trying things. I might do something different next time. Well, that brings us to the end of part 8 of our Miniart Puma build. The suspension is now fully done, and we're really starting to see the Puma take shape. This build is moving into some exciting territory, and I'm thrilled with how it's coming together. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey. There's plenty more to come as we tackle the finer details and get into some of the paint work. In the meantime, and in between time, that's another edition of Jet Scale Models. Y'all come back now, you hear?